films of that fire get bro. I appreciate you.
OTL, what you talking about? Why you say it like that, bro? Come on, get your picture, man, before you get beat up.
Oh, wait, my phone.
I'm 4K Dre.
Who? What kind? What the fuck, man?
You just said what?
You could hang up on him.
Pooh Shiesty just made his position loud and clear, and he did it in a way nobody expected. He hopped on stream and threw heavy disrespect at NBA YoungBoy. And the way he talked had everyone realizing he might have just cut ties with one of the biggest names in the game. He didn't just mention YB. He called out every one of them 4K Trey crash dummies, making it obvious exactly where he stands. Listen up. We're diving straight into some serious industry politics, mixed with real street tension. And this drama has the whole hip-hop scene locked in. This right here ain't your regular rap argument. This is loyalty talk, family codes, prison alliances, and choosing sides when the consequences get real. And before we unpack this roller coaster, let me keep it all the way straight with you. People all over social media have been saying PY throwing shots at NBA YoungBoy, but we're here to break down what's real and what's straight up McKeeleave. Just last night, this Memphis artist was live streaming, chilling, snapping flicks with supporters, and talking casually when suddenly some heavy industry drama started rising up on camera like a storm. Hold on, because this ain't some tiny rap disagreement cooked up for clout. The story goes way deeper than online comments and diss tracks. And here's where things turn wild. This whole situation ain't even mainly about Pooh Shiesty and YoungBoy going at it. The real issue behind the scenes is loyalty. And once Pooh shows loyalty to Lil Durk, he automatically steps into conflict with NB. This is how the alliance is run in this culture. And everyone in the streets knows exactly what that means. NBA YoungBoy's name kept getting tossed around, and that's when everything started spiraling into straight chaos. Fans were poking at Pooh Shiest's loyalty live on stream, and everyone knows how fans get. They love stirring tension just to watch artists react when someone brings up their rivals. So, here's what really went down during one of Pooh's recent streams. He was chilling, snapping pics with supporters when a female fan said something that flipped the whole mood instantly. Shorty straight up said she don't mess with Lil Durk, and Pooh Shiesty snapped into a whole different energy. Right away, you could see it all over his face. That comment hit him hard because his connection with Durk isn't casual at all. That fire, bro. I appreciate you. OTL, __ you talking about? Okay, why you say it like that for? Come on, get your picture, man, before you get beat up. Oh, wait, my fault. The shift in Pooh Shiesty's vibe wasn't some small moment. This wasn't just a random fan saying something goofy. This was personal. The moment she said she don't rock with Durk, Pooh's entire body language changed. He went from calm and relaxed to visibly frustrated, showing real emotion and real anger on stream. That's when you know his loyalty is on another level. In this industry, loyalty already carries heavy weight. But Pooh's situation is different because his bond with Lil Durk goes way past musical collabs. When Pooh Shiesty got locked up on those federal charges, Durk was one of the only major artists consistently looking out for him from the outside. That ain't industry networking. That's a real connection that built trust. But this story runs deeper than fan remarks. There was another moment that really exposed where Pooh's mind was at. This involved the streamer Rye, and the whole thing showed how Pooh moves behind the scenes. When Rye called Ben during a stream, Ben handed the phone over to Pooh, and Reed tried acting slick, trying to crack jokes and push buttons like he was funny or whatever. That's when you start seeing how sensitive these lines really are in this world. Rye started claiming he was for KT, which everybody knows is NBA YoungBoy's crew. And that's when the whole vibe shifted instantly. Here's the wild part. Pooh acted like he didn't even know what that meant, but everyone watching could tell he knew exactly what Ree was talking about. I'm 4K Dre. Who? Rye. What the __ man? You just said it. You said what? You could do it for him. For KT is NBA YoungBoy's people, and anyone who keeps up with rap culture knows that Pooh Shiesty wasn't confused. He just wasn't about to acknowledge anything tied to YoungBoy's Camp Live on stream. But here's where it gets even heavier. Pooh's reaction wasn't just him dodging the question. It was him refusing to give NBA YoungBoy's side any recognition at all. And in the street world, that type of silence speaks louder than any insult. That ain't just ignoring somebody. That's complete dismissal. Like he's saying, they don't even exist to me. That's when you know the tension is beyond repair. Now, let's break down why this beef even exists, because it didn't start with Pooh Shiesty at all. This whole situation roots back to Lil Durk and NBA YoungBoy, two artists who've been locked into a long-running conflict that goes way deeper than music. Their situation has years of history behind it, built on street politics, different hometown cultures, and loyalty to people who aren't here anymore. It's Chicago versus Louisiana energy, and it got personal the moment people who passed away were mentioned in songs and comments. When you're as tight with Lil Durk as Pooh Shiesty is, you automatically inherit every problem that comes with Durk Circle. That's just how these alliances work. And once Chicago and Louisiana started trading shots online, social media made everything 10 times worse. Every lyric, every post, every emoji gets picked apart by fans, rivals, and entire crews watching from the sidelines, turning misunderstandings into full-blown situations within minutes. Whenever Lil Durk posts anything, NBA YoungBoy supporters flood the comments instantly. And when YoungBoy posts, Durk's people rush in just the same. It's a non-stop cycle that keeps the tension alive every single day. But this ain't about Pooh Shiesty waking up and choosing sides at random. Not even close. Him and Durk were tight like real family. The type of bond where they pull up to each other's neighborhoods. And in the streets, that's a major sign of trust. In the street world, letting someone come through your block isn't casual. That's sacred. Your hood is where you came up, where your day ones live, where you learn how to move and who to trust. So, when you bring somebody from another city into that environment and let them feel safe, that means something huge. That's you saying, this person is locked in. This person is family. This person will ride with me no matter what. But here's where things get real emotional for Pooh. When he got locked up on those federal charges, most of the industry slowly backed away from him. Artists he thought were solid stopped saying his name, stopped shouting him out, stopped posting support. It was like he vanished from their radar. But not Lil Durk. Durk stayed 10 toes down for him the whole time. He kept saying free Pooh Shiesty at shows, kept mentioning him in interviews, kept his name alive when everyone else acted like they forgot. That type of loyalty hits deep, especially when you're sitting behind bars watching who really stands by you and who disappears. And here's the real truth. Pooh snapping at that female fan for talking bad about Durk wasn't just him defending a friend. That was him defending the only major artist who never switched up on him. The one person who showed consistent love when the world turned quiet. That reaction came from a place of real loyalty and emotion, not just random anger. Pooh wasn't just defending a friend. He was defending the one person who stood by him when he hit rock bottom. A lot of people don't really grasp the street politics behind this. So let's break it down. When you get locked up, especially on federal charges, most folks in the industry back away instantly. They don't want to be linked to anything that might bring heat. They don't want to risk their careers or draw the wrong attention because everybody knows the feds watch everything and artists stay cautious about who they publicly support. But Durk didn't fold on him. Durk kept saying his name, kept shouting him out, kept his spirit alive for the fans who were waiting on his return. Every show he did, every interview he touched, he mentioned Pooh. And that type of loyalty is rare in this industry, where people will drop you the moment they think you're bad for business. Durk wasn't scared to stand with him. And Pooh never forgot that. And this ain't just Pooh Shiesty being grateful. This runs deeper. In this lifestyle, loyalty is everything. When someone supports you on that level, you stick with them through whatever comes your way, even if that means you inherit their rivals, even if it means your own career might take hits because of who you stand next to. That's the code people live by. So when Rise started claiming 4KT on stream, that moment exposed exactly how serious Pooh takes loyalty. He couldn't even laugh, couldn't even acknowledge NBA YoungBoy's crew, not even as a joke, because in his mind, entertaining that would have been disrespectful to Dirk. That's the level of loyalty we're talking about. Choosing your brother over whatever opportunities might come from staying neutral. But let's be real for a second. This whole situation is dangerous for everybody tied to it. NBA YoungBoy has his own loyal circle, and they do not take disrespect lightly. When you throw shots at YB, you're never just going at one artist. You're stepping into conflict with an entire movement. For KT has people all through Louisiana, and they stand strong behind their leader with serious dedication. What makes this even crazier is that Pooh already knows situations like this can hit his career hard. NBA YoungBoy has one of the biggest fan bases in hip-hop, and his supporters ride for him with serious intensity. YB's fans are some of the most dedicated and outspoken supporters in the whole culture. They defend him nonstop, and if they feel someone is coming at their guy, they react immediately and aggressively online. But even knowing all of that, Pooh still chose loyalty over easy success. And that says a lot about who he is as a person. In an industry where people switch sides fast for money, clout, or the next big opportunity, Pooh stuck with the person who showed him genuine support when it meant the most. That choice reveals a level of character you don't see often in this business. This whole situation also exposes the toxic side of industry loyalty. Sometimes just standing with one person means you automatically inherit their conflicts, even if you never had an issue with the other side to begin with. Pushy and NBA YoungBoy never had direct problems between them, but because Dirk and YB are locked into a deep conflict, Pooh automatically becomes part of that tension whether he wants to or not. Now the real question is this: is this tension going to stay contained to social media and tracks, or is it going to spill into something bigger? This is the part everyone's watching closely. Whether this stays online or grows into something way more serious is the real question, because both camps have real credibility in the streets. And when street politics mix with industry politics, things can get dangerous fast. But here's the truth. This whole situation goes deeper than two rappers who don't rock with each other. This is about two completely different cultures, two completely different codes, and two completely different ways of showing loyalty and respect. Chicago street culture moves one way, Louisiana street culture moves another. And when those two worlds collide, the tension gets real heavy. And then Memphis gets added into the mix, which makes everything even more complicated. Pooh Shiesty represents Memphis, a city with its own traditions, its own rules, and its own style of loyalty. But even with all that, Pooh chose to stand with Chicago because of his connection to Dirk. And that's where the bigger picture really hits. This situation shows something major happening in hip-hop right now. Artists are getting pushed into choosing sides in conflicts they didn't even start. Industry loyalty turns into street loyalty, and suddenly neutrality isn't a safe option anymore. You're either with somebody or against somebody, even if you never had a personal issue in the first place. At the end of the day, Pooh Shiesty's situation ain't just about picking sides in a rap clash. It's about loyalty, appreciation, and understanding that in this industry, your relationships can shape your enemies just as quickly as they shape your allies. When Dirk stood by him through his darkest moment, that created a bond that went way deeper than music, deeper than charts, deeper than headlines. That's the type of loyalty people don't forget. That's the kind of loyalty that makes you willing to take on someone else's problems, even when you know it could hurt your own career. That's the type of bond that makes you snap the moment a fan disrespects your brother in front of you. But let's break this down in a real way, because this situation reveals how complicated the rap world really is. Sometimes you end up in a conflict not because of something someone did to you personally, but because of who you stand beside. And that's what makes this culture both powerful and dangerous at the same time. The beautiful side is seeing real loyalty in an industry packed with fake love and temporary connections. But the dangerous side is how that same loyalty can drag you into situations that could damage your career, your reputation, or even your safety. Now, the big question is, what happens next for Pooh and everything surrounding this tension? Is this situation going to grow past social media? Will it start impacting as music drops? Is NBA YoungBoy going to respond directly? And are other artists going to get pulled into this tornado? One thing we know for sure, Pooh made his stance crystal clear. He's riding with Lil Durk no matter what. And that automatically puts NBA YoungBoy on the opposite side, in both the streets and the industry. That's just how it works in this world. Neutrality disappears the moment someone shows you real solid loyalty. And this whole situation brings up a huge question. Should artists be forced to inherit their homies' conflicts? Or should they be able to stay out of drama that wasn't theirs to begin with? But when someone shows you the kind of support Durk showed Pooh Shiesty, staying neutral doesn't even feel like a real option anymore. How are you supposed to stay neutral when someone kept your name alive the whole time you were locked up? That's a different kind of loyalty. And once you experience that, neutrality pretty much disappears. This whole situation also shows how social media and live stream culture completely flipped the game. Back in the day, beef stayed in the streets or in the music. Now, every reaction is screen recorded. Every expression gets analyzed, and one slip-up becomes a viral moment that defines your stance in front of the world. Pooh's reaction to that fan and his response to Reed instantly turned into trending clips, locking him into this conflict whether he wanted it or not. Streaming makes everything messier because fans feel like they got a front row seat to these artists' real lives. They test people live in the moment, push buttons on purpose, and try to spark drama just to see how far they can take it. And that's exactly what happened with Pooh. Supporters were testing his loyalty right in his face, and he gave them the reaction they were hoping for. Raw emotion, no filter, no hesitation. But let's be real about the consequences because they're serious. This tension could affect Push's chances of working with certain artists, performing in certain cities, or expanding his fan base across different regions. NBA YoungBoy's influence in the industry is huge, and being on his bad side can close a lot of doors fast. At the same time, sticking with Durk opens up a whole different lane. Chicago artists might want to work with him more. Durk supporters might ride for him harder, and he could get opportunities through that connection that he never would have had otherwise. The real message in all this is simple. In hip-hop, every connection comes with consequences. Every bond creates new enemies, and every alliance shuts doors while opening others. Pooh Shiesty made his choice, and now he's got to deal with everything that comes behind it. So, what do you think about Pooh's loyalty to Lil Durk in this automatic tension with NBA YoungBoy? Is he standing on real principles, or should he have tried to move in a neutral lane? And do you think the situation is going to stay online, or could it turn into something way more serious? Drop your thoughts down below, because this is a conversation the whole culture is watching. And listen, before you dip, smash that like button, share this video with your people, and make sure you turn them notifications on so you never miss what we drop next. We're building a real family here at RapLink, and the streets never sleep, so neither do we. We're only getting started, and there are way more stories, way more drama, and way more truth to expose out here. We drop straight heat every single day, and tomorrow's upload is going to be even crazier, even deeper, and absolutely unmissable. So lock in, subscribe, tap that bell, and stay with us because the next chapter in this saga is coming fast. Tell your homeboy to tap in, too. Share the video, join the conversation, and let us know how you feel in the comments. We'll catch you in the next one right here at RapLink, where the truth of the streets lives. Down. Wow.